Okay, we're live.
It's a little delayed.
It's gonna be a little bit delayed on our end, but it shouldn't actually lag. It should just you want me to stay ready or you good?
Sure. So mute, is it muting my audio or is it muting just what I'm hearing?
Go click on Zoom. I need to get to the actual meeting screen. Okay. Click on the Zoom meeting and mute from there.
Right. So can you guys hear me? Hello and good morning. Audio test, audio test, audio test, audio test.
Oh, I don't hear you on mine, so maybe
Well,
it's not.
hold on, it's delayed.
It's extremely delayed. I don't see you saying anything to me. So I believe that Usher-Collier for good. We already talked this whole thing.
Good morning. I am just excited and elated to be here with you guys. We're working through a couple technology issues just to make sure that everyone has a voice in this actual town hall meeting. So we're using two platforms. We are actually working from Zoom, but we're connected to YouTube so it can reach a larger audience. I'm Jerry Parker. I'm the proud principal of Usher-Collier Elementary School. And I just wanted to bring greetings to you guys and talk through just a glimpse of what our school year will look like for the upcoming 21-22 school year. I have a couple notes. We're working on making sure the chat comes in live. And as that chat comes in live, I'll entertain questions here towards the end. But to let you know, we are excited to announce that we will be returning back to school with our lovely Usher-Collier Lions August 5th, starting on a new bell schedule. That bell schedule, the start of school starts at 7:45 a.m. This is a 15-minute earlier start time than previous years. What we've done as Atlanta Public Schools is to increase the actual minutes for elementary students by 30 minutes. So there's a 7:45 start time with a 2:45 ending time. So of course, you'll be able to get bus routes through the Atlanta Public Schools website, but we'll also put a link on our Usher-Collier website for the bus routes for our students. Now, adversely, our teachers will have to be at school 15 minutes before student start time, and we anticipate some of our buses arriving here as early as 7:15 a.m. That additional 30 minutes that was added to this bell schedule is set in for an intervention period. That particular intervention period will focus on two key areas. One is language arts, the other is mathematics. These are at a minimum of 4 days a week, and they are signified in between 2 days of math and 2 days of ELA. Across the district, we're trying to standardize that particular time. And as last conversation, the last communication that I received, that was 9 o'clock. And at that particular time across the district, there may be some flux with that and flexibility that started at 9 o'clock, that intervention block will be synonymous across all schools throughout the district. Within that particular time, we'll be working on intervention programs. And those intervention programs, somewhat looks like we'll be utilizing two new uh, applications. And those applications will be Read 180 and Do the Math for mathematics. So in that particular time, the students from K through 2 will be using iRead, and the students from 3 through 5 will be using iReady. Now, for those students that are on grade level or exceeding, we'll be using something called System 44 during that time for enrichment rather than for intervention. We'll also be utilizing a new assessment called the MAP assessment. And the MAP assessment will be given at three particular points of the school year, and that will be beginning of the year, middle of the year, and towards the end of the year. What we will do is during our first APTT meeting, that is academic parent and teacher teams meeting, which will be our first APTT meeting. Oh, 1 second, I wrote it down somewhere. Towards the is September 21st from 3 to 4:30. And you will receive results and feedback from our initial MAP assessment that it kind of lets you know, parents, where your students fall as far as their aptitude and how did they score on those particular assessments. And we'll discuss and make sure that we have handouts for you guys during that academic parent and teacher team meeting. Technology. So the district made a commitment back this past spring for student devices to be distributed for one-to-one devices. And what that means is that every student will receive a technology device that is synonymous and particularly for that particular student. The district will start that distribution July 19th through August the 13th. And I think we put on towards the towards the beginning of that distribution period. And from that, what we've decided to do is actually distribute those devices to the students starting that first Monday. So students will return back to school on August 5th, and on August 9th, we'll make sure we get that equipment out to the students. So about for those first 2 weeks of having those devices, we'll keep them in-house, and directly thereafter, they'll be theirs to travel back and forth with. So students that are pre-K through first will receive brand new iPads. Students pre-K and K will receive iPads. First through fifth will receive new Chromebooks, and they will be assigned to each student. This is to be utilized by that student and that student only. It will travel with that student for homework, for virtual assignments. So it will be that student's assigned device. They've worked on the back end of technology to be able to catalog, to keep up with, to update, and to track, where those devices are, the health of those devices, and any updates that need to be ran on those devices. Open house will be August 4th from 9 o'clock until 11 o'clock here at Usher-Collier Heights Elementary School. I'll repeat that again. August 4th from 9 o'clock to 11 o'clock will be our open house. Registration for this year will be totally online. So if you go to the Atlanta Public Schools website or even Usher-Collier's website, there's information on how to register your child. If you happen to come to the school for this registration, within the Parent Center, we have computers set up, but it will be all online with the documentation that is needed. COVID-19 updates. So the students will be required for face covering for this upcoming school year. From the last board meeting, that's where we will actually, where it was decided that Atlanta Public Schools will continue with the face masks for the students as well as staff. Temperature checks at the entry points of the school to start the day. Teachers' first day back is July 29th, and a PD is scheduled for August 2nd for the teachers, and that will be for Foundations, which will be our phonics program for Atlanta Public Schools. We have a new cluster assignment for the Douglas cluster. Will be led by Dr. Margot Wolfort. She will be our new executive director for the Douglas and Washington clusters. We've previously been aligned with the Jackson clusters, and that excluded the high schools. Within this new cluster assignment, it goes from the high school down to the elementary schools. So now Douglas High School, which was previously clustered with all other high schools, will be a direct part of the cluster pattern for the Douglas cluster as well as Washington High School for the Washington cluster. I think that is it for most updates. So We're trying to figure out to make sure that we can receive questions via chat. And I'll leave the floor open, so there may be a delay in time, but I definitely want to entertain any questions that you have and answer to the best of my ability or get you the best answer. So momentarily, I'm going to go to mute and I will see if we can get it up. All right, so we just checked the chat and there are currently no questions in the chat. And I'm appreciative for all 30 viewers that took the time this morning to come in for this town hall meeting. So I'm still checking to see if I get any questions. All right, since there are no questions in the chat, I appreciate your time. We'll be doing another town hall meeting, the same exact run through. So if you think of any questions and you were on this current town hall meeting, we'll do the same thing at 4 o'clock today. I'm appreciative of your time. I look forward to an outstanding school year. I'm looking forward to seeing the faces of our children back. We were fortunate enough this summer to host the ARA program here at Usher-Collier for Hopper Elementary School, as well as Usher-Collier students. We've had a magnificent time. It concludes this Wednesday, June 30th. So I do appreciate your parents and trusting your students here with us. Hopefully it was a great time for all. I really enjoyed seeing the students after coming out of this COVID season. I want everyone to stay safe, create a healthy and happy summertime as much as you can. I appreciate you, and I'll see you guys soon. There is one question in the chat. Registration. Oh, the question was, when can we start registration? So I'm going to refer to Ms. Grogan for that. Hold on. Registration is open at this time. So a question was, when can we start registration? So anytime you can get to the Atlanta Public Schools website or Usher-Collier's website, you can begin registration as early as now. The next question was, are we mailing out supply lists for each individual student? We'll make a place on our school website that lists the grade levels for actual school supplies. But our hope and our expectation too is to supply as much as we can with the basic needs for the students. So, but we will make sure that we are forthright in actually putting out grade level lists for parents to get in front of it. Uniforms. We are asking that while you are back to school shopping, that our students wear red polo type shirts, short sleeve or long sleeve, with khaki or either blue pants or skirts or dresses for young ladies. All right, so I just told there were no further questions. I want you guys to have a magnificent Monday, and we look forward to seeing you guys soon. Take care now.